We were thinking, because the way the agitation was earlier, I lost you. I can't hear you.
No, go ahead. I was asking what you meant when you said he was denied access.
Yeah. Because the trend, I was trying to explain the pre-activity before Mr. President coming in. The way the scenario was going, it even a kind of signal as if Mr. President is even going to be denied access into the chamber. So, but for us to douse tension, we talk to our colleagues. And when Mr. Speaker invariably entered, took the prayers, we were about to commence discussion on our order paper. Then Mr. Speaker understood and read the mood of the House. He has to send out journalists and anybody in the chamber for us to conduct an executive session. It was during that executive session, to be fair to Mr. Speaker, he really tried to calm us down, to tell us that the need to even jeer Mr. President is really, really not an issue that should be promoted or encouraged. He even deposed that, yes, we have the right, but then probably we settle our grievances elsewhere. But for Mr. President to come here, we must respect the office of Mr. President, respect his person, because this is an extension of his official duty constitutionally. So, having Mr. Speaker spoken, discordant voices were there, but at the end of the day, it appears as if all is well. That was now we reconvened, all journalists came in, we continue our normal process, and
let me ask you, Honorable, because it appeared as though in a bid to counter what those who were going to protest or jeer at Mr. President were going to do, some of the supporters or members of your party then decided to clap in support or in solidarity with the president, as though to see how they could just drown out all the others. So, having seen, first of all, was that why they were clapping? And having seen how it played out, don't you think that that somewhat triggered all of the jeering a lot more?
Yeah, you see, but prior to that, let us understand the scenario. Like I said, Mr. Speaker, calm us down. It appears all is well. But then when Mr. President entered and he started his speech, we now saw some few people jeering at him. And that was triggered the majority of the members. And point of correction, let me correct at this juncture, it is not only the APC members that cheers Mr. President. Some few people jeered him, shout, or express their own grievances. But majority of the members, including PDP and any other party that was in that chamber. I remember vividly, like I said, Mr. Speaker was the PDP pork, and he was calming us down, or he did calm us down. Then, among the people that were cheering Mr. President, inclusive of the PDP, suffice to, let me drop one point. I thank the PDP leadership outside the chamber that they condemned the act of the members. Yesterday, later evening, they make a press release, and I think it is in the press gallery. They condemn the act. So the issue is not about partisanship. Once we are in the chamber, we put aside partisan. Suffice to say that what happened is democracy in action. You cannot deny people expression, but we must do it with decorum. Let me quote Aristotle here when he was trying to pay tribute to the Macedonian theory that says it is a right of everyone to get angry. It is your right to get angry, but to be angry with the right person for the right purpose at the right time to the right degree and in the right manner is very, very difficult.
Does that quote work in this political setting?
So what we are saying here is that
Honorable,
we should have expected a decorum.
Honorable Unisa.
It's not only the members of the APC that just because when Mr. President was talking and he was reeling out
I was just wondering, does that Aristotle's quote work in this political scenario? Because you always have people who are sentimental and politically attached, who may not see, from your perspective, as that objective quote may seem.
Come again?
I'm just wondering if that quote works in this particular political setting.
No, you see, look, the world over, in a parliamentary business, you expect such rancor. I remember about 2 years ago, I appeared on this same platform and here in this house, I mean the Channels TV, and I did told you that in parliament, talking is our business. But sometimes you don't just talk with your mouth. Sometimes you talk with your hand. So this is like talking in action. People are expressive of their grievances. But then, nevertheless, we are not here to say whether they have the right or they don't have the right, or they are right or wrong, despite having the right to express whatever. But the process here is about right and doing it wrongly. So I'm not here to condemn my colleagues, but the issue is there is decorum. Look at what happened 2 weeks or so with Prime Minister British, Theresa May. Look at what happened. Look at the rancor regarding the Brexit. So it's normal for people to express, even people of her party. Just this morning, I had it over news that a senator that was supporting May, I mean, even called her that he used a language, whether she is stupid or not, but he tried to clarify, I don't know, he didn't say he's stupid, but she's trying to force stupid ideas as far as the Brexit is concerned. So this is parliamentary issue the world over. And that is the beauty of democracy. Like I said, Nigeria, we are witnessing this for the first time. For the first time. Kudos to Mr. President, previous president. In fact, the just immediate outgoing president who handed over to President Muhammadu Buhari couldn't withstand the parliamentary issue that he has to send. He appeared to present budget only once or twice throughout his 5-year tenure. And I think I have been sending